Alright, well, we're less than a week away from the 4th, and it's time to get your stuff out, check it, make sure everything works. So I pulled out some of my ODA slats that I thought I was going to have trouble with, and sure enough I did. I had this one, brand new, never even used it, still clean. Didn't have continuity on like two of the cues, so you got to pull it off, take it off whatever it's mounted on. You shouldn't have any trouble if you're mounted in Pelican cases or whatever, but if you're mounted them on wood, blocks of wood like I do, you're going to have trouble with them at some point, and just because they're new doesn't mean you won't have any trouble with them. Okay, so what you want to look for, you want to look real closely at the connection in between your speaker terminals and your the metal part on the slat, and I wouldn't say take them all apart and look at them, but test them. Put shunts in every one of them and test them to make sure you got continuity. You can see right here, see how that's separated from the metal. That one you're going to have trouble with. It's not going to work. So you got to throw another dab. A couple of them that were bad. So I'm going to throw a dab of solder on them, get them back working again, and get them ready for the show. But again, we're getting real close. It's time to get your stuff out and start looking at it, checking it, making sure everything still works, making sure you don't have cracks in your cables and stuff like that. I got this one all shunted up. I'm going to hook it up to the system and do a check on it just to make sure, and we'll see which ones don't work. Okay, we got it plugged in, so it's going to be on the 5th row down here. So let's give it some power and see which ones aren't any good. So we can see number 8 isn't any good. Obviously we know the shunt's good. I got them all shunted up. We can move 8 around here, see if it does any good. But we saw that was cracked already. So see, we played with it. 8 still doesn't have continuity, so that could have been a lot of trouble in a show. So we'll solder it up and then get them going again. Okay, this one here we just had trouble with. We had 2 cues that were bad on it. So I got the shunts in it, plugged it up, and we soldered it back up. We'll see if it works. See, we got continuity good on everything. So we'll keep plugging along here. Okay, this one we tested. It had a couple bad cues on it. We fixed it back up. And this is just kind of a reminder to make sure, just because it works before you put it on doesn't mean you're not going to crack solder or anything after it's screwed on, if you're screwing them onto these boards. So just make sure, I just leave the shunts in, screw it on, and then check it again. We just had a brand new one, brand new slat, never even used it before, and it had, we plugged it into the tester, and look at it. It's got 5 bad right off the bat. Brand new slat. So just because they're new doesn't mean they're going to work. They bounce around a lot in shipping, and you can crack that solder. So make sure you guys test everything, before you depend on it in your show. We got some fixing up to do here.